Ferguson. That's Robert Lawrence Ferguson for those who don't speak Spanish. Um, yes. So let me wait a couple seconds here. I want to start doing these things like motivational Mondays, like get the week started because so many people want to lose weight, want to look better, want to feel better, want to have increased quality of life. And we know nutrition plays a huge role in this. And we know that activity plays a huge role in this. And we know that it's a good thing to do. But many people have a hard time getting started. So, what I want to do is I want to share with you a few nuggets. I'm not going to keep you long, but my goal is to help you get started. But I want to start with something one of my clients shared with me early this morning. And that was they were considering taking a fat burner, supplements like fat burners. And they asked me about, hey, do I recommend or would I suggest a fat burner to help them with their progress? And I said, I wish I could be in a position like you where someone would ask me if I want to take a fat burner. And I've had people suggest fat burners to me because they know that I have a um, pretty loyal customer base. I have a pretty big reach. I can make it bigger whenever I want by going on national television shows, being in national, international, publications, etc. And so a lot of these people who sell these products, they see me as a way to help build their business. And so so consider me a client everyday person who has an in-depth quality of knowledge about nutrition and health and supplements, etc. So why is it that I'm not getting asked to use supplements like a fat burner the same as everybody else? Well, number one, I do get asked, and when I do, that gets killed pretty quick. And what I mean by that is that fat burners, number one, that are being sold, I know the history and the knowledge and why it's even likely for that to be available to people. But most of them will suppress your appetite. And that's good for someone who's not working with me or adhering to the diet free life methodology because we want people to eat. I don't want you taking a supplement that suppresses your appetite when I want you to eat. You follow me there? Like, I don't want you to avoid food. I want to show you how to eat food, but eat food in a way that gets you the outcomes, right? The results that you want, whether it's getting off medications, whether it's losing 5, 10, or more pounds. I want to show you how to make food part of the solution and not food as primarily the problem. And this is where many people totally miss it. And it's not their fault because we live in a world around nutrition and supplements where the game is based on selling someone something or influencing someone to do or eat something or take something that they're lacking knowledge about. So if you came to me and you wanted me to take a certain supplement, that supplement needs to be like pretty legit. And if it's not legit, then you're wasting your time. That's why I don't get approached with a lot of things. And over the years, I have endorsed some supplements um, because they're legit. Like there's a liquid collagen that I strongly believe is legit. There is a uh, almost like a multi where you can get vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, and we know that what is being claimed on the product or the package is actually in the product. So I'm good with that. I've manufactured some of my own products in the past. Um, I'm good with that because it delivered exactly what it claimed to deliver. And it was one of those products that would have benefits based on someone willing to pay money to get it. outside of that, you know, I'm not jumping on the bandwagon to just promote anything. And my recommendation for anyone who's approached by anyone who is recommending a product is to follow the money. You know, follow the money. Like, are they making money if you use their product? And are they saying, hey, use this product? You don't got to change anything in your life. Eat the way you're eating, and you're going to get results. That's a lie. That is a 1000% lie. And the only reason why someone would fall prey to that is because they are not informed. And it goes back to the biggest problem that we have in this world that we live in today when it comes to getting people healthier, getting people to lose weight, is that the uninformed are being influenced by the misinformed. That's it. That's it. That's it. And man, I hope every client I work with gets this. I hope they can get it. Jeez, we live life, right? And you hit 50, like me, and I look at all the people I know that are 50. I watch so many of my childhood friends dying prematurely. I watch so many people jumping on bandwagons that actually puts them in a worse situation instead of a better situation. And it breaks my heart. It does. It really breaks my heart. So, all that being said, the reason why I decided to do a live on this amazing Monday is because I wanted to share with you the first step to weight loss and better health. This first step is very difficult. Oh, so difficult for so many people. And I hope that what I'm about to share with you helps you take your first step. And not just the first step, but the right step. Right? There's people who are getting healthier, but they actually are doing things or taking things that are making them worse, and they don't even know it, but they will, unfortunately, in a year, 2, 3, 4, or 5 years from now. But the first step really is the first step. It's getting started, right? I mean, recently I had a few of my clients from the past who I hadn't talked to in many years. They ended up gaining 40, 50, 60, 70 pounds back that they had lost. And I believe a big part of why they didn't contact me was they were embarrassed. I believe a big part of why they didn't reach out to me was because they felt, hey, I did it once, I can do it again. And then they were waiting on that moment where they can do it again on their own, which is fine. And I get that. There's a inner confidence with that. There's some power that comes with that. But it's also a sign of lack of humility, because if ego is any part of it, it will block a person from asking for help. And if you ask for help, that's nothing, that's not a negative. That's not a bad thing. That's a great thing. You know, major warriors over the years are the type of people who ask for help. They don't feel they have to be the end all be all, right? For believers, right, Christians, Catholics, think of Jesus Christ. He's a master teacher. But when it came time for him to make the biggest impact, he knew that it couldn't be him by himself. He needed others. And so he enlisted the help of 12 disciples. Think about that. Jesus could have said, hey, I can handle this on my own. I don't need help. No, 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 no. We all benefit from help. And with that help, there's a built-in accountability. And that's what helps a person get started. You do not have to be on your own. You know, when I talk about that first step and I talk about continued success, one of the key people who I never got to meet in my life, who I really wanted to meet, and I actually worked hard to meet her before she passed, but unfortunately I was not able to meet her. And her name is Jean Nidetch. And Jean Nidetch years ago, created this company that's very popular today called Weight Watchers. And the reason why I wanted to interview Jean is that I had a few key questions that I wanted to ask her, which I feel like I know the answer to it, but I wanted to hear it from her. And that was some of the key components that made it possible for her to be successful and many people in the early days of Weight Watchers to be successful. And I knew that one of the answers in that would be the weekly check-ins, the built-in accountability. And when you have that accountability, it makes it possible for people to be at their best. And when I unfold my life and my personal experiences as an athlete, as a former U.S. Marine, as a business person, I can tell you right now that having accountability is critical to increasing the likelihood of you being successful with the outcomes that you have in mind, right? Because as a Marine, they don't just send you with a sheet of paper and tell you what to do. They have drill instructors in boot camp that make sure you wake up at a certain time, that make sure you brush your teeth, and make sure that you're following through with your studies and your learning, and you're doing all the things that are going to help you be a successful Marine. That's accountability, and that's worth a lot. When I look at various singers and performers and entertainers, the best dancers in the world, whether it was Fred Astaire, Gene Kelly, Michael Jackson, James Brown, they had their unique perspective on things, but they also had coaches. And they had a team of people that helped them show up. The accountability was built in for them to show up and get the work done. Accountability is king. So, with all of that being said, the first step to weight loss and better health is taking the first step. What is that for you? A year ago, I posted on Facebook how I was taking on some clients for this new program, and where we coach people. We made the fees very affordable, and we had 10 people that were type 2 diabetic at a very high level of diabetes, and they came on board and gave it a shot. The reason why I'm highlighting those 10 people is because all 10 of those people today are no longer type 2 diabetic. And one of them, we got the paperwork this morning. It is clear. It is for sure. It is 1,000%. She is not type 2 diabetic anymore. Now, think about all the people who were type 2 diabetic that saw the same post, they saw the same promotion, they saw the same acknowledgement, they saw the same, information that I put out there, and they did nothing. They didn't take a step. They didn't even consider a step. They did nothing. And today their type 2 diabetes is worse. These people I'm talking about, they no longer are type 2 diabetic. That's not by my word. That's not anecdotal. That's through the data. That's through the collection of blood work. That's through lab work. They have reversed their type 2 diabetes. That is huge. So please hear me on that. Other than that, take the first step. Whether it's with me, whether it's with one of our coaches, doesn't matter. My thing is, what are you waiting on? Seriously, like what are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? What are you hoping happens before you take the first step? And if you need help with the first step, then reach out to someone like me or one of our coaches. Reach out to me if you don't want to work with me, let me find you a coach. But take the first step. Remove this lack of quality in your life from your life so that you can live your best and healthiest life. That's it. That's my word for today. I'm Robert Ferguson. I've been called America's fat loss coach. I'm in this to win it. And that means I can't win it unless you are in it to win it. That's it. But take the first step. Don't put off another day. Even if you ain't got the money. I have people email me and they go, Robert, I don't have money. I'm having a hard time financially. Anything that you can help me out with? Is there a book I can read? What can I do? I'm willing to do the work. I love when I get those emails. because I will help out whoever I can help out. And if I can't help you, I have other coaches that would love to help you. Some of them are new coaches and they just need practice. They need help being a coach. And we can help you out. So if money is tight, we can still make this right. It ain't all about money on this side of the fence. It's about making a difference and creating a legacy that can go on and on and on and continue to make a difference in the lives of people. Anyway, I'm Robert Ferguson. I appreciate you. Thank you for listening in. And if you're on YouTube, or if you're not on YouTube, go to YouTube. Please like and subscribe and help and share. Help us get the word out, because our goal really is to make a difference and to provide information that we believe can make a huge difference in the quality of someone's life now and in the remainder of their life. All right.